Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/jumbled. You'll get over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Hey everybody, welcome back to Jumbled, your favorite podcast about nothing. My name is Joe.
And I'm Zach.
And we hope to bring you a happy hour this week. We know it's been kind of a crazy past few days this weekend with some shootings, with the death of Tom Petty. Kind of been a somber few days, but hope to kind of lift your spirits up this week and bring you a fun podcast. So
it's difficult, you know. Even for us, it's we're obviously living through it just like everybody else is living through these times. So it's difficult to sort of try to have fun, when you know that there's, so much pain and suffering going on. But, it's what we're here for. And I was saying to Joe, it's, the podcast is sort of like a reprieve for me. So I hope that you view it the same way and enjoy what we do here. So, we're back, man.
Yeah. And on another note, continuing on, well, not continuing, but another note, we're recording late this week.
We are recording late.
And, in true fashion, it is my fault. Went over to Zach's last night, so we were going to record from not the Frozen Tundra Studios, but the basement sessions of Zach's.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We haven't
named that place, but got over there, brought in my microphone, started setting them up, and I was like, well, no, it was before that.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
You called me as you were parking.
I know.
And Joe's like, so you're not going to believe this. Actually, you probably will, is what you said. I
forgot my computer.
Yeah.
Dude, so I realized, I got out of my car, and I was like, grabbing my stuff, and I realized, and I folded my arms and put them on top of my car and just put my head on, and I was like, shook my head. I was like, man.
Of all
I couldn't
the things
believe it,
to
but
forget.
I could believe it.
Yeah.
Well, and it was already it was getting over there. I mean, it was like 8:30.
Yeah.
And we live like 20 minutes apart, and so I had to come home, get it, get my computer, go back over.
It's a haul.
Like 9:30.
Yeah.
And like you said last night on the phone, I felt bad, but you made me feel better because you said at the end of the day, we got jobs.
We got jobs, and until we start making, any kind of substantial amount of money from the podcast, we do need to make sure that we're prepared for our next day. So we do apologize, everybody, if you woke up hoping to see Jumbled in your feeds and you didn't see it.
Have you read the hate mail?
Did we get hate mail?
Yeah, my youngest nephew just laid into us.
Did he?
No.
Oh, I was about to be happy. I was going to read it.
I don't check Gmail.
Oh, well, I have it in Outlook, but anyway, things happen. Like I said on our Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, I posted it all over the place.
Yeah, it's a good video. I appreciate you taking the high road and not being like, Joe's an idiot. We're not recording tonight because Joe can't remember to get his computer. He can't remember to get a little 8x11 piece of machinery.
Hey, you know what this is?
What's that?
It's a podcast. You know what we are?
Podcast?
We're team, Joe. We're a team, okay?
Team Moxley.
I'm not leaving you high and dry, dude. I actually did record one, and it was like, and I forget how I put it. I said releasing, regularly on Wednesdays is definitely one of my priorities. But then I listened back to it. I was like, that's probably talking down on Joe a little bit too much.
So, I appreciate it.
So I re-recorded, but
we're a team.
Yeah, we are a team.
Team Jumbled.
And Team Jumbled and hashtag Jumbled.
Jumbled.
So yeah, it sort of feels a little bad releasing Thursday, but the way I sort of justify it is we're not going an entire week without releasing. True. You know what I'm saying? It's a day later. I mean, would I have liked sure, whatever. But things happen.
Somewhere in the move where, I took my mic over there.
Yep.
And then you brought our mics back.
Yep.
The sound that is continuous isn't so loud.
You know what it is?
We did a little adjusting in our aggregate device, but
no. It's good juju from my house, man.
It's good juju?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot, yeah. I'll just leave my mic over there for like 2 weeks and it'll be
You just
clear.
want me to bring it back and forth?
Well, we did have an issue where we couldn't hear your audio.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? And somehow I don't know, man. My computer turned the volume down on his mic.
It's always something, you know. Yeah. I've come to expect that there's always going to be a hang up of some kind before we get going.
Man, do we have to bust out that other mic that I have?
Yeah, bust out the second one. Speaking of additional mics, wanna say we did. I guess it's been about a little over a month ago. Mm-hmm. Johnny laid down the gauntlet to Joe.
Yeah.
For our homecoming ping pong match.
Yeah. I've been training. I've been working with an Olympic ping ponger.
Yeah.
Who he'd like to be nameless. You know,
sure.
I don't want to drop his name.
Sure.
But, you know, I've been sweating it out. You know, using a heavy, like a 10-pound ping pong paddle, just so it's a little bit, you know, it feels a bit lighter.
Sure.
When I get into the ring, and I've really been working towards it.
And let me say, Joe feels so confident in himself that he's been using his left hand to train.
Yeah.
And that's evident by the cast that he's wearing.
It's not a cast, man. It's a...
Hey, man, I'm just saying you've been training really hard, dude.
That's true.
You've been training with your left arm so hard that, you know, your bicep is huge.
Yeah. I am bidextrous. That's how you say it, right? Bidextrous? Ambiguously dexterous?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. In some ways. No, I think I've complained about it before, my wrists.
You have, but you hadn't had any kind of... Well, it's not official yet.
Doctor thinks I have carpal tunnel, and if it doesn't clear up here in a couple of weeks, gonna have to do something else. Hey, but
I have to lop your hand off, dude.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get rid of my hands. So, you know, tough price to pay.
You just hit things with your nub, you know?
I was at Walmart today checking out, and you know what? I hate to say that I was actually at Walmart, because I don't like going to Walmart.
Sure.
It's the first time I've been there in a while. It's kind of a scary place. The people at Walmart...
Depending on which one you go to, for sure.
I think it's every Walmart. I don't think I've ever been to Walmart where I'm like, yeah, I feel comfortable with these people that are walking next to me. Like, oh yeah, that person that's wearing the tightest clothing that I've ever seen. They look normal.
You know, I always feel less comfortable in... And we've talked about Kmart far too often. But Kmart, I always feel like there's a serial killer that's gathering all of his supplies.
Because it's so quiet. You're like looking around, it's like, there's got to be someone just... gonna stab me through a rack and
not even past. And not even just that, it's like it's so quiet that you're like, okay, there's a serial killer somewhere just gathering supplies. And then when he gets to the front, like he could have 42 bottles of NyQuil or just like
all the codeine of he can make meth, and
he have just like 4 pounds of washers and
it's lots of duct tape, rope, lime.
Yeah, a shovel. And you know what they would do? They would smile happily and say, thank you for your
business.
Thank you for your business, because this is the most money anybody's ever brought us in the past.
What? So I was at Walmart. When I was checking out, the lady was like, are you having trouble with your hands? I'm like, yeah, I am. And she was like, well, I tell you what, I went to the KU Med Center and I saw Dr. Toby, and that was in 1991. And my hand's great now. I don't even have any scars. And I'm a cashier. I work around here. I lift stuff. I'm like, that made me feel well, because everyone's like, yeah, you might have rheumatoid arthritis and your hands are going to be all jacked up. And yeah, surgery just doesn't help. And I'm like, man, I got to go to Walmart to get some positive reinforcement.
You know, they had a place back in New Albany, Indiana. I think the place is called Kleiner and Kuntz or something like that. I think your dad, didn't he have like some sort of an accident with his hand, and he had to have hand surgery when he's younger? Oh,
way back when, when he's probably about 20, and he was working on a silo.
Yeah, I think they were the people that helped him out with it. But yeah, they're like one of the foremost hand surgeon places.
Forehand most
for the foremost hands. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that was a confusing sentence. But, you know, if it gets to that point, you know, you'd be pretty close to family.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they'd be able to help you out. Anyway, hopefully that's not a thing. But
no.
And we just made all that up. Joe's literally been practicing with his left arm for a ping pong match.
Only one arm push-ups with my left arm.
Yeah, and then Johnny dropped the bomb on us today.
Oh, yeah, that's what we were saying before.
Yeah.
took that jumbled route.
Johnny will not be able to make Homecoming.
Yeah, he's made. He moved. I know 2 places in Canada, but he's moved from one of them to the other, and
I think they're
got
only
a new job.
There are only 2 places.
Yeah, it's like, which are you on the west side or the east side? It's
sure.
Like, it was like how Germany was before, like 1991.
Sure.
I think that's when the wall fell, but
sure.
I think they've still got a wall up in Canada, Canadian wall.
Yeah. Well, we're building the wall.
Oh, that's right, Mr. Trudeau, tear down that wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the
So we can build our own.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That was how it went.
By the way, have you USA Today had this really cool like interactive map?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, there's no way we're building a wall.
There's no way.
I mean, they're like mountains. I mean, I didn't realize. I mean, I can't remember how many miles it is. It's a lot of miles.
Yeah.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
If not thousands. I don't know.
It's a lot.
It's intense, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
because it stretches from California all the way over through Texas up to Louisiana, and then that's it, right? That's where Mexico stops.
Louisiana's on the east coast of Texas.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Because I think Mexico just goes shares a coast.
We're getting in that area where I have to do math real quick. Because geography is kind of in that area. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know places, but
how does math relate to the geography?
No, I'm just like, it's in that bubble of things where I'm just like, I don't really know
what's here.
Yeah. It's like things I just
know. It's like
I don't know.
There's like Oklahoma. There's the pot, and then there's Texas below that, and then it's
New York.
Then it's Louisiana and Arkansas and Alabama,
Oregon.
Oregon's right there. Yeah.
Nevada.
And then the little peninsula is New York City.
Yeah. Well, I think it's either Brooklyn or Manhattan, or it's both. It's like a suburb of.
Yeah.
It's one of the burbs.
And then Queens is like the top of.
Yeah. Because they're royalty.
Sure. Sure.
Gosh, yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, dude, and I was in junior year of high school. I was in AP, like world history, and we had to like know the maps.
Who did I?
That was Mr. 80. We've talked about him before. The Audi driving Mr. 80.
Yes.
Sorry, dude. There's no way you're listening to this. Yeah.
How old was Mr. 80?
80.
Was he 80?
Yeah, Mr. 80.
So you called him, what was his actual name? Because you just called him Mr. 80, right? That was sort of rude.
In the fall, it was like Mr. 79. And then I think his birthday was in like February or something like that. And so it was Mr. 80.
Mr. 80.
He's probably like Mr. 95 by now.
If he's still.
He might be Mr. Dead.
Still kicking around. He might be Mr. Dead.
I think he was kind of a younger guy.
Was he?
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, younger that's all relative. He was
sure.
I thought at the time he was probably around 55.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad. So I would have made him, another 15...
Yeah, so he's probably maybe
70?
like, around there.
Yeah. So he might be dead. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Sorry, Mr. 80. Hope you enjoyed your Audi while
Oh, man. Just got really sad.
Do you think Mr. 80, can pick any other car besides for an Audi?
No. He's not allowed to.
He's not allowed. Like, Mr. 80 can't pick, a Hyundai or something like that.
No.
No.
It's got to be, he's got to have his letters in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was ADY.
Yeah, but
ADY.
It's
80?
so close to Audi.
ADY.
It's like 80 Audi,
80 Audi. Yeah, Mr. 80's Audi.
Man.
Yeah, we say it often.
Yep.
Anyway, the wall. It's crazy. There's no way. Because there are already lots of walls, but some of them are, they're incomplete.
Yeah.
You can get over them, you go through them. Some of them are just for vehicles.
It's like the Wall of China. You know, the Wall of China isn't actually like a full wall the entire span.
It's not?
Like parts of it are worn down. Parts of it's like a trail that you follow. Like it leaves off of the wall and then you follow the trail till it gets to the next part of the wall. A lot of the bricks have been taken from sections of the wall to be used in nearby towns and villages.
I
and
thought
stuff.
people were stealing them just for
No, I don't think
their name on it. I took this from the Great Wall of China.
Yeah, and that gets through airport security really easily.
Real easy.
Hey, why you got a brick in your?
Well, this I don't know. I just got it.
I travel with a brick. All right.
Every time I come to China, I take a brick.
So it's my lucky brick.
My own little wall.
It's my lucky brick. Don't question it.
Hey, you guys want to come over to my house? I've just done some landscaping. I've completed the edging. I got all these bricks from the Great Wall of China.
Wow.
It's the great edging of my yard.
I hate that person. Whoever you're impersonating right now.
Yeah.
I hate that person.
The History Thief.
Yeah. Hate that person.
I'm gonna write. I'm writing
Thief.
that down. That's gonna be a novel I make.
The History Thief.
The History Thief. There's like the Book Thief.
Yeah.
There's the Girl History Thief.
The Girl
on
History.
the Train.
Yeah.
The Girl with Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah.
All those. Yeah. The Girl History Thief.
You know, talking about a novel, early on in our practice sessions, we were mentioning Charles Manson a lot for some weird reason.
Yeah.
And we'd come up with
It's because of your...
a novel that... or a series of novels related to Charles Manson.
Well, it's your uncanny appearance that,
Yeah, you know.
You look like him.
I do have a swastika on the middle of my forehead, so, I mean, that's... I didn't think we were going to bring that up,
And
Joe.
every once in a while you say, I'm a gangster woman.
Yeah, and then I just... have you seen that interview where he's like, do you feel blame? Are you mad? Do you He's just...
Yeah.
That's... I do that from time to time as well.
Well, yeah. He's a crazy dude. He will never get out of prison.
Oh, no.
I mean, he gets... Like, he has parole hearings, but he'll
Sure.
never get out of prison.
No, because every time he goes to parole, he's like, hey, man. And he just, like, he's just crazy talk.
Yeah.
Just, like, there's no way Charles Manson could go, I think I'm okay to go out in the public now.
You know what? I really feel bad for all those murders.
Did you know that Charles Manson was, I think he's a musician.
Yes, I did. And he was motivated by, apparently, he was motivated by the White Album played backwards.
Helter Skelter.
Yeah.
Right.
Helter Skelter.
Man.
Anyhow.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Speaking of people that'll never get out of prison and the White Album, Mark David Chapman. He's the man that murdered John Lennon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've been listening to, I'm going to plug another podcast, The Thread. It just started. It's kind of this, I think, 5-part podcast. Talks about how all these things are threaded together. It starts off talking about John Lennon and then, how he was killed, and talks about Mark David Chapman, who did it, who had a copy of the Catcher in the Rye, and how he signed it by like to Holden Caulfield by Holden Caulfield or something like that, and that's the character in Catcher in the Rye. And it was kind of crazy. I didn't realize that. So Mark David Chapman got an autograph from John Lennon that morning, waited around all day, and then when John Lennon got home, shot him in the back, and then he just hung around. Like, he just hung around at the scene waiting for the cops, sitting there reading Catcher in the Rye.
I remember...
Crazy?
It's nuts. I remember seeing a picture of him getting a signature.
Yeah,
there's a
photo of that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's nuts. Not to get off the topic too much, but what did you say his name was?
Mark David Chapman or John Lennon?
Mark David Chapman. It sounds like a Christian artist.
Yes. Mark David Chapman?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just an idea I had in my head. Whenever you're like, Mark David Chapman, I was like, so we're getting into Christian music now? Like, what?
So Mark David Chapman, he sings that song, My Cross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Cross.
Yeah. It's mine. And that's it.
It's his to bear.
It's like, it's my cross.
Jesus.
The end.
There's a Jesus somewhere in there in the middle. Yeah. No, but
Mark David is very biblical.
Yeah, it is, but there's something about Christian artists where they always have their 3 names.
Yeah. Well, and people who assassinate. Yeah.
Yeah.
John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah.
And those other guys.
That's where they're similar. They just use all 3 of their names. So are you a Christian artist? Or are you a serial killer?
Oh my gosh. That's going to be a game we play next time.
Oh, dude. That's going to be a good one. Strap in for that. Get ready for week 32 or episode 32. Man, you guys are going to be in for a treat. That's going to be so awesome.
Speaking of games, I do have a game.
Sweet. I'm down.
It is called what have I named it? It's called Currency Question Quiz. So these are all
ooh, I like that. I like
these are all, yeah, you like the alliteration?
That was very alliterative.
These are all so these are all currency related answers. So I'll be giving you clues. I think there's only like 4 or 5. I just every once in a while I'm like, oh, and then I kind of roll with it. I've got some other ones too.
Okay.
How about right before we do it, I was thinking of like mashing up TV shows and seeing if you can decipher what the shows are.
Okay.
This one, I actually erased it, but I remember part of it. I've mashed up a name as well as I've mashed up, so a name is combined, and then there are
name of the show?
The show.
Okay.
A person's name.
A person's name.
That is in the title. And the name is the same actor, but in 2 different shows.
Okay.
But then there are like 5 other shows in there. Sometimes I'm just like, my mind just does all these like
you got some creative juices,
entendres, these triple entendres. So
sure.
It's the teenage witch Clarina explains it all in the Family Feud guy. Can you decipher
the teenage witch? Who's Clarina?
So that's where the name is
Clarissa.
Combined. Yes.
Sabrina.
Yes.
Okay, so we're talking about Melissa Joan Hart.
Mm-hmm. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
So what are those 2 shows there?
That is Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yep.
And then
you said
it's
I will give you the
Melissa explains.
Not Melissa, Clarissa.
Clarissa.
Uh-huh. So it was the teenage witch Clarina explains it all in the Family Feud guy.
Okay, so Family Feud and Family Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's one in between there.
All in the Family.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Man,
that was weird.
Okay, so on to the other one.
Okay.
That was just a warm up. Get your mind.
Sure. Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Whet your taste.
Yeah. So this is a currency question quiz.
Wonderful.
So all these answers have to do with money.
Okay. This is like different types of money?
No.
Okay.
So you'll catch on. I mean,
okay.
I'll give you clues to it. So this is a movie starring Ice Cube and Mike Epps, or it's a song by Puff Daddy and Notorious B.I.G. about this man on the $100 bill.
Benjamin Franklin.
Yes, but it's a song.
Benji's. All about the Benjamin.
There you go.
Okay.
Ding, ding, ding. Okay. This is a good handling car.
Okay.
Turns on this coin.
Okay. Dime.
Got it. Man, you're on a roll.
Yeah.
Is that warm up question?
Yeah.
When someone charges you fees and extra money for everything, they're doing this to you.
Screwing me.
Well, yes, but there are 2 coins here. So this
nickel and diamond.
There you go. I was gonna say you also have this book, I think. Nickel and diamond.
I don't know.
Is there a book?
I don't know.
Like that. All right. So when someone invents or makes popular a word or phrase,
coining it. Got it.
Man, it's good. All right. 2 more. Let's see if we can go for 100%. An alliterative phrase for how expensive something might be, or how much it costs. So that must cost a blank.
An arm and a leg?
No, because remember we're looking
currency.
For coins, or currency, or money related.
Dollar bill.
No, so it's an alliterative, so repetition of the first sound.
I know I'm gonna know this as soon as you say it. Yeah, I got nothing.
Think of this: a gorgeous Abe.
Lincoln. 5.
No
finger.
No, I'm gonna have to call it.
Nah, whatever.
A pretty penny.
A pretty penny.
A pretty penny. All right. Let's go for this last one here.
I see what you're doing there with the Abe thing.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Gorgeous Gorgeous.
Yeah.
A candy bar far less expensive than its name.
$100,000.
Got it. All right, guys, bring in the prize. Oh, that's right.
George Foreman, a grill. What?
There you go.
What a George Foreman.
Here's your grill. That's what I got.
I'm gonna start working on a George Foreman impression, so I can bust that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just gonna start punching people. I'm just practicing my George Foreman impression.
I don't think George Foreman talks. He does. He's not too punchy when he talks, is he?
Too punchy, like
he's taking too many punches to the face, where he's like sort of slurring his speech and stuff.
Oh, like he's
like Mike Tyson.
Is he?
He's a little punchy.
Is he?
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway,
like Hawaiian punchy.
Yeah. By the way, what the fuck is on top of the Hawaiian punch guy's head? You ever looked at that picture?
I can't think.
What
about
is it?
I kind of think like it kind of looks like Captain Crunch's captain hat.
No, it's like it's not at all.
Is it a bird?
No, Hawaiian.
Is it a wave?
It's like a weird. It looks like a piece of coral. It looks like he's wearing a piece of coral on his head.
Oh yeah, coral.
Speaking of that, Walking Dead's coming back.
Yeah.
And you know what I still haven't done? Caught up on most of last season.
Oh my gosh.
So I know nothing.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
I haven't caught up on that either.
It's really easy to do if you have a whole summer off and you want to watch it. Yeah, I'm excited for that. So Fear the Walking Dead just oh, that's his hair, bro. That's a
it's like a hat, but
yeah, I thought that was a hat. Is that a wait, let me see that again.
It's like his hat.
That looks like a Pixar kid.
That's the new version of the Hawaiian Punch guy.
Well, his
hair used to look like,
but
like
you see his hair underneath there.
Yeah, so it's a hat.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's a hat. That's like it looks like somebody had two pieces of cloth, and they kind of bunched it up together, put a rubber band up top, and then clipped around the edges.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. You know how like people do like the makeshift blankets?
Yeah.
Like they take two pieces of fabric and then they cut the ends and they knot the ends together.
Oh, they're talking about a quilt.
No, like they
just
stack them and then they cut, and then they tie the two pieces together. It looks like that.
Looks like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a tree skirt, like for a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Where you got that circle.
Yeah.
It's like that, and it's like where the middle circle is. Like they put it together, put a little rubber band around it, and then cut the edges.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's a better.
Looks like that.
Yeah, it looks like that.
That's a weird head garment.
It is. It's not providing much blockage from the sun, or probably doing much of anything.
It's as mysterious as Pharrell's hat. That big old thing.
What is? Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, he sold that for like thousands of dollars to somebody.
You better give him money to charity for that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Hawaiian Punch guy, huh?
Something I want to talk about that I didn't talk about last week. At least I don't think so, because I didn't finish the episode. Was Chaos Course.
Okay.
Where I did those obstacles at the gym
in Belton.
Yeah.
I
might have talked about it, but it was fun.
I don't think you did.
I climbed the wall. I beat that wall.
Did you?
Where they get in, they're like, beat that wall.
Yeah.
I beat it.
Nice, man.
Yep. Took me went up once. And I was like, oh, didn't give it enough. Went up second time. 14 feet.
Nice.
That's how tall theirs is, but the actual competitive one is 14.5 feet.
Oh, okay.
So, but I feel like I could.
Did you handily get the 14 foot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't have that much space to do it, and this other guy couldn't do it. He was kind of worn out. But he was like, "Man, it looked like you were just like strolling on up there."
The problem is
those long legs.
The problem is that wall is a problem whenever you get to the end because you're gassed.
Yeah. Well, usually it's like the like in the qualifiers, it's the last thing you have to get up, and you've gone up like maybe 5 obstacles before that, and yeah, you are pretty tired, but on like, and it's the city finals too, but when you get to like Vegas, that's not, that's like the halfway point. You get up that, and you have the whole like back half of the course to do, but it was pretty cool being there. So I wish I was going to go this week, but like I said, I got to take a rest on my wrists. But
yeah, it went too hard with the ping pong.
Yeah, went way too hard with the ping pong.
All right, guys, let's take a second to talk about our sponsor for today's podcast, Audible. Obviously, Audible is the premier provider of digital audiobooks, so you're picking a good one. Anyway, they are offering you a free 30-day trial.
Wait, how much is it?
Free.
Yeah, but how much do I have to pay?
You have lint in your pocket?
No. I clean my clothes.
You got a coin in your pocket? What do you have in your pocket?
I've got a toothpick.
You know what? Take the toothpick. Hold on to it, man. Because it's free.
Oh my gosh.
You don't have to pay a toothpick, dude.
Do I have to give my credit card?
No, you don't.
Oh my gosh.
You don't have to do anything.
That's incredible.
Actually, I'm not sure about the credit card part.
Yeah, you probably have to check into that. Yeah, I think you have to start a Prime account.
Yeah.
They want to know that. Yeah, I think you probably got to.
Yeah, you probably do. Anyway.
But, it's free.
It's free for 30 days. Risk-free, obviously. If by the end of your 30 days, you don't want to re-up, hey, you're making a bad decision.
Just shake those hands off, walk away.
You're making a bad decision, but you have the ability to just cancel that thing. If you want. Don't do it, though.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the free 30-day trial, and on top of that, Joe, you get a free audiobook.
Oh, my gosh.
Making your day great. So I thought that I would recommend, and I think you have one as well, a book that you can listen to for the month of October. I'm going to be listening to I'm Fine and Other Lies, written and narrated by Whitney Cummings. Whitney Cummings is a comedian. You might have seen she's had several sitcoms. She's just sort of showing you the sort of she's giving you a behind the scenes sort of peek into her life, and just, you know, it says the lifetimes, mistakes, and crippling codependence of being a comedian, producer, director, actress, and writer. So if you ever had any desire to know what that's all like, give that a listen. It's 9 hours and 10 minutes of listening time. So you're getting your non-money's worth, Joe. What do you have to offer?
I have a book by Trevor Noah, and it is called Born a Crime: Stories from a South African Childhood. And it really talks just about that, and it's narrated by Noah Trevor, and he is the host
Trevor Noah, though, you know.
What did I say?
Noah Trevor.
I meant Mr. Noah. Mr. Noah, comma Trevor.
Oh, okay.
In the
a phone book.
Yeah. So it tells his stories about growing up in really the apartheid of South Africa. So his perspective on that and his experience.
Sweet. All right, so those are your suggestions. Obviously, Audible has so much more to offer you guys. So if you want to head over to audibletrial.com/jumbled and check out what they have to offer, that would be great. So, Joe, what is that one more time?
audibletrial.com/jumbled.
Enjoy.
But one of the guys that was there, Donovan, he was actually on the show. And he's been on the last few seasons, but they didn't show him at all this year. So he competed in the Kansas City finals.
Yeah.
And he qualifiers finals, and he went to Vegas. And obviously he didn't pass in Vegas, but he wears a suit when he competes. And so funny that they wouldn't show him doing all that stuff.
You would think that'd be a hindrance.
Yeah, you would think so, but I think a lot of people kind of do antics to try to get on.
Sure.
But, yeah, he was telling me, he's like, yeah, I was waiting in line for 3 weeks. I'm like, you don't have a job? That's what I'm worried. Like, I'm
independently wealthy,
yeah. Like, you either have to be picked from the videos or you have to stand in line. And usually it's only about, like, 20 or 25 people.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually a little bit, you know, like last year he said they did like 18.
Sure.
And the line is, like, long.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, I hope, like, my video gets picked.
Yeah.
So I can't stand in line for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know what would be a good video? It'd be like you walking down the street, okay? And you're walking towards the cameraman's walking back. I assume I'm on the camera.
Yeah.
All right, I'm manning the camera. And then there's enough space between where people will like cross with like obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to do the obstacles while you're walking towards the camera. But you make it look easy.
Oh, yeah.
So you just like it's nothing, you know?
Yeah.
That would
that's a good idea.
That'd be a pretty good video
So I think it's 2 to 3 minutes. It's got to be.
Perfect.
Yeah,
we'll just have to round up some people to hold stuff in your way for you to jump over or climb over or whatever.
I think it should just be, I'll just jump over your youngest daughter. Just that.
There you go.
The easiest one.
Yeah. We'll I can
basically just walk over.
We'll walk in the path of like a flaming trash can and a couple of homeless people, and then you just like jump over top of the flaming trash
do like some
can.
parkour.
Yeah.
Front flip.
Yeah.
Man, I've always wanted to do like a standing backflip. I've never been able to do that.
Yeah. You know, if we want to do something like that, we'd probably want to do that within the next couple of years.
What do you mean? You don't think I'll do that?
Nah. I think the way it's going right now, I'm gaining weight. You're getting rheumatoid arthritis.
We've only got. I mean, it might just be a few more months. No, I need to cut weight because like
me too.
I mean, I'm at like the top end of like ideal weight.
Sure,
I'm like 195, 196.
Lean up
there.
Lean up. Cut.
Yeah, because
lean up. Put a little bit of muscle on or something.
The heavier you are, the harder it is to do those obstacles. Here's the thing:
work on grip strength.
I've never claimed that I can make it. Like to Vegas and like finish Vegas.
No,
I think I could do the city finals.
Yeah.
I think I could do those things, depending on the obstacles. But anyhow, I just think it'd be so much fun.
Sure,
it's like a big playground.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I remember. I think I kicked somebody in the head when I was on a playground when I was little. You know how they had those like 3 tiers for the bars, like just a bar. You know, a high bar, a middle bar, and a low bar, and you could like hang upside down on them, whatever. I remember just like somebody's like, "Oh, I wonder how far back we can jump," and like people would like jump and then grab it, and like sometimes they wouldn't grab hard enough and they'd smack on their back or whatever. But I remember one time I jumped and I grabbed the bar, and it was a good
you were
grab.
Like seeing from how far back you can jump
away from the bar,
grab the bar.
Yeah,
I got you.
And
you were running.
I was running, and I leapt, and I grabbed the bar. Great grip on it. All right, and then I was swinging forward, and usually you swing forward and you dismount and you just whatever, and you just land on the ground. But there happened to be this kid, I guess, who didn't see me sprinting towards the bars, and he just walked right in front of me, and I decked him. I just like, pooh, just like he got punted. You ever do anything like that? Accidentally hurt somebody on a playground?
No, but I purposefully hurt somebody.
Did
once.
you?
Yeah. Yeah, I was. His name's Josh, and he was like.
Was Josh part of the apology tour a couple weeks back?
The apology tour?
Yeah, I remember you apologized like 3 different times in the podcast.
To different people?
To different people.
No, I didn't. So this was like 4th grade, and I don't know why I can't remember his last name, but I know his first name, Josh. Really good basketball player.
Yeah.
And this is elementary school. It's like maybe 4th or 5th grade. And he's like, I don't know what it is. He's like following me and like taunting me. And so I just did like you know how you don't like walk around the backside of a horse because it'll kick you?
Yeah.
I did like a horse kick. Like I facing forward.
I'm sorry, that's not really.
I mean, and I kicked him.
Yeah.
And I think in his knee.
Yeah. Did he ever do anything like that to you again?
He did not. No.
You learned his lesson.
Learned his lesson. Don't taunt.
Don't
taunt the ox. You mess with the ox, you get the kick.
You get the hoof.
Yeah, you get the raging hoof. Yeah,
man.
So
you're a dick.
Yeah. Let's see. On accident, I can't remember a time on accident that I ever.
I usually hurt myself more than I hurt other people.
Yeah, I'm kind of a klutz.
Yeah, I was always wrecking my ankles or. Me and you both have pretty bad ankles.
Yeah.
We roll them pretty easily and injure them pretty easily.
These days, it's been a while since I have.
Me too.
But
probably
like
since college.
Anytime that I'm like about to. Like sometimes, you just be walking. And I don't know. With me, like sometimes I'll like step on something uneasy and my ankle will just give.
Yeah.
And I just kind of roll with it now. Like I just let my whole body go. Yeah. It's like, my ankle's rolling. I'm rolling with it. It's like you were not. I'll like just, I'll
funny.
tumble.
Yeah.
I'm a good tumbler.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw you. Out front. It's part of the American Ninja Warrior stuff.
Dude, there is a not a course. There is a playground nearby that actually has some like decent stuff for. It's got this. I mean, these are all like homemade. Like it's at a church.
Sure.
And it's got these ropes that all come up to like a T, or like a. Imagine just like kind of a 4 poles, and at the top of those 4 poles you got wood, and on 2 sides of it. You got these ropes just going down at an angle, like 45-degree angle. Yeah. And so you can kind of like shimmy up them. And then they've got like these rings, you kind of swing. And it's not just like you go from one ring to another. It's got like 3 side by side. So you can choose which ones you're going to. So every once in a while I'll walk Riley over there and I'll just do some little swings and stuff. But,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
You know what? We should do it together.
We should.
Train, and we'll submit a video together, and then we'll get on.
I got some weight to lose, dude. I got some weight to lose.
Better drop those cheeseburgers.
Yeah. I could probably stand to lose 30 pounds.
Yeah. Turn it into muscle.
Yeah. No, I'd rather just lean up. I don't want any muscles. I honestly, like, I'm at the point in my life where it's like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't want any more muscle than I already have.
I don't want to build muscle. I just want to be strong.
I'd rather just keep what I have, maybe build a little bit on what I've got, and then just sort of, you know,
that's assuming
lean
you have
up.
muscle.
My arms are like string beans, so there's nothing there, honestly. So it's mostly, you know, I'm built to run. You got a little bit of muscle, so you can.
I can't run. I hate it. I can, but I hate it.
You're built for like the short burst, strength, stuff like that. I'm built for like a marathon. Like I look like a marathon runner, but like I look like a marathon runner after he announced retirement 2 years ago.
Yeah,
like that's what I look like.
You're like Dave Letterman the summer after he retired.
Yep,
just that big old gray beard. Like, who is that man?
Yep, that's me.
We should pull a Dragon Ball Z and combine ourselves, and we can be like when
you're getting ready to reference Gohan something that I don't. Nope, I don't know.
You don't know.
You go ahead, keep doing it. Somebody's
can like combine and do like Super Saiyan kind of thing, and so we could like combine and Joe and Zach, and you kind of do like a celebrity mashup name, so we could just be Jack,
or
Zoe. Jack is better though; it's a lot more strong.
Jack, except if you're in the movie Titanic.
Not so strong.
But
you have a good, 90% of the movie is pretty good for you.
Do you know, like, I didn't watch that movie, but I was looking at just pictures of the Titanic. For some reason, every once in a while, I'll just, like, look up something random on Google, and I was looking at pictures of the Titanic, and do you know they got really close with, that scene where Leo DiCaprio's coming down the stairs?
Yeah.
He's dressed in the tux. And there's like the two sides, and there's a grandfather clock in the middle, and he's going.
Absolutely.
Sorry, that was I was doing a lot of pantomiming with my hands. But I looked at an old black and white picture of like that same area, and it looks just like like it did in the movie. So like you could and that's like stuff that back when it came out. When did it come out? 99?
Yeah, I think so. 99.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, I would have been...
Dual VHS.
Yeah, I would have been... we had that. I would have been 12 years old. It's like, I don't know anything about Titanic. But that's sort of one of the cool things about noticing small things in movies as you grow older. It's like the attention to detail was pretty cool.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Nikki absolutely loves Titanic. Like... Not the movie, like she loves the Titanic. Before the movie came out, like she was just obsessed with it. Had books on it, knew all about it. I mean, still knows all about it, of course. When the movie came out, she just lost her mind.
Really?
Like, was so excited for it. Yeah.
You know what you should do one day?
Yeah.
When you make enough money to charter a submarine, take her down.
Make enough money.
Take her
when
down
I get that
to
James Cameron money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's the only person going down to those depths in a submarine, and also
he
making
and the Verizon
movies.
guy. What's that guy's name? Richard.
Are you talking about the "Can you hear me now" guy?
Can you hear me? Yeah. No, he switched to Sprint.
Oh, that's true.
That's the Sprint guy.
You're talking about the Virgin guy.
Virgin guy. What did I say?
Verizon.
Yeah, the Verizon guy.
Can you hear me now?
Virgin Mobile, not Verizon Mobile.
Sure. Oh, dude, that was too good.
Speaking of gifts, it's coming up on a year for us being married. My wife and I, not you and I.
It's true.
And it's traditionally a paper gift that you get them. Is that right?
Yeah, so you just give her like a notebook.
Yeah. The notebook?
No, a notebook.
Oh, not like the notebook. No.
Yeah, like a college ruled notebook.
Oh, definitely not wide ruled. Yeah, I hate wide ruled.
No, you could just get her like if you really just want to be like, oh, it's a multi-purpose sort of thing. You can get her graph paper.
Oh yeah, because you can like sketch or write.
Sure, you can
to-do list. Or
you can just really make it whatever you want.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's it.
That's it. Oh, okay. No ideas.
I don't even recall what I got.
Make a bunch of cranes. You just hang them from the ceiling. It's paper.
That'd be pretty sweet. being in your 20s.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not in my 20s anymore, but back when I was in my 20s, you know,
way back when,
about half a year ago. No, but you know, you don't have a lot of money. I mean, I think that's most 20 some odd year old people nowadays.
Unless you're Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember one year it was like it was either her birthday or something, Valentine's Day or something, and I just didn't have money to like get her anything. So I made her like an origami flower.
Oh, nice.
And I think I put like something cheesy like to the girl who deserves flowers from the guy who can't afford them. I think I put something like that. And she actually liked it a lot.
I planted this. I balled up a piece of paper last year and planted this, and it blossomed into this, just like our love has blossomed into something.
Dude, gorgeous. Do that.
Yeah.
You're always gardening. Be like, this is it.
I planted this paper plant.
This is for you.
I do actually have a free pass or like a coupon gift certificate. I don't know what it is. To the hotel that just jacked up our wedding night last year.
Oh, you're gonna spend the 1 year anniversary where
at the place that ruined
just
the
reliving everything.
Well, we got to use it by
construction
November. So I think at some point in time this month we're gonna go there.
That seemed like it was just a great time.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah. I don't know did we talk about that? I mean, we weren't recording at that time.
No, well, you talked about it previously.
Yeah.
I think it was like the day after or something like that. We got together here at the house. Everybody did.
Yeah. I thought I'm in on the podcast.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But like you were that's the only time I've ever heard that story was
long story short, we get to the hotel that is in our hotel room is supposed to be a suite, and inside is supposed to be some champagne on ice, rose petals, chocolate. And I think that's about it.
Yeah.
And instead, there's
a Coors Light, a warm Coors Light.
Yeah,
that you guys had to share.
An opened warm Coors Light. There were
in a can.
There were coconut covered chocolates, and nobody likes coconut.
No.
And
there were dandelion.
There were dandies everywhere.
Seeds everywhere. Dude.
Yeah,
it was the worst.
It was awful. No, but so the room wasn't set up for what I paid for.
Sure.
And it wasn't. The hotel was under construction, literally under construction. I was woken up at like 7 a.m. to some construction going on our floor. We were the only one on that floor.
Dude.
They put us in that room because it's all they had, and it was on the floor that was being under construction. And
the non-suite suite.
Yeah, an ensuite suite. And then I told the front desk about it. I went down there, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we'll stop it." And then like 30 minutes later, someone is like grinding down the door across because like the door wasn't fitting or something. So this guy's got like a belt sander out. He's like, "Ring!" Just saying, I'm like, "Oh my gosh!"
So you're like, like trying to snuggle,
yeah, and just like I forgot there was something else too, but it was.
I just imagine your wife being like, "Motherfucker," just a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know,
she was sleeping pretty hard, but still, yeah, she was. But you know, at the same time, like looking back, I mean, I was furious.
Sure,
but like looking
makes
back,
for a good story.
It does. I mean, you remember those kind of things where it's just like where it just doesn't pan out. Like I remember like my baptism pretty distinctly because the water heater went out and I got baptized in January. And it was freezing cold. I remember stuff like that where just like it doesn't go well.
Yeah.
But like it's a good story. And you remember those things. But
my baptism, I just remember Grandpa. That's all I remember for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all. The water was just really nice actually.
Just
and
pristine.
I brought in the shampoo and the soap and
the little floaty.
I was like, all right, everybody, just keep going. Just keep going with the service. I'm just gonna be washing up back here.
Back there making like bubble beards on your face.
I'm wearing like a shower cap.
Yeah.
I got a back washer and
bubbles.
That was it, man.
Yeah. That's all baptism goes.
Hey, did you know that to switch topics, did you know that Trump said this inspirational quote? Okay,
I'm sure he did.
No, it's inspirational. Okay,
that this hurricane wasn't as bad as Katrina. Yeah.
This is an island surrounded by water.
Yes.
Big water. Ocean water. He's talking about Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Doesn't he throw turtles in there or something? Like
Dude, who knows?
He is so.
Stephen Colbert, I think he mentioned he spoke of it perfectly, where it's almost like he's reading a book report that he never finished the book.
Yeah.
He's like, it's an island surrounded by water. Well, first of all, let's break it down. We all know what an island is, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't have to say it's surrounded by anything.
Yeah. No.
We all know that Hawaii is a series of islands. Mm-hmm. It's a chain of islands.
Yeah. Well, Puerto Rico's not in Hawaii.
I know that. I'm just saying, as an example, Hawaii is an island. Yeah. Puerto Rico is an island.
I got you.
You know, Australia, really big fucking island. Yeah. You know?
And it's got, there are beaches and there are trees, fabulous trees, best trees. But the hurricane did bad things. Bad things.
That's and then did you see him shooting jays with the paper towels?
No.
So he was passing out paper towels to the people of Puerto Rico.
Oh,
and instead of just passing them, he was shooting them like they're basketballs.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just
and it's like, I don't even know.
Why I'm so surprised. But even he was saying you should be proud of how of the results of this hurricane, because it wasn't like Katrina where thousands of people died.
Yeah.
I think 1,800 people died in Katrina, and there weren't that many. I think maybe 30 or something like that. Or it's bad that I don't know the results, but it's like he's saying,
I don't know them either. But.
Be proud because not as many people died, kind of stuff. It's like, what are you talking about, dude? Just shut up. Just seriously, I would be so happy if he just went into the Oval Office and just didn't come out.
Just locked himself in.
Tweet. You can continue tweeting. Just don't go out in public.
Mr. President, come out. You gotta give a press conference. No, I don't want to.
No, gotta finish this tweet.
Bring me my turkey sandwich. It's just
he's pretty bad, and he's talking about the healthcare bill, which is a budget bill, and how they didn't have the votes because there was one guy in the hospital. It's like, no, we got a guy in the hospital. Then that senator tweet, he's like, no, I'm not actually in the hospital. It's like,
and here's my vote.
Yeah.
Dude. I hate it. I hate it so much.
I'm going to change the topic because I hate Trump.
Cool.
Talk.
Go for it. I just thought the island quote was funny.
So continuously this year at school, teachers don't recognize me. Mm-hmm. So last year I had high and tight. Mm-hmm. I had I had that haircut. Mm-hmm. I've had one haircut in the last 10 months.
Yeah.
To shape it up. Maybe 2.
Yeah.
And so people continuously, don't remember me, but they've also done it where I've just talked to them the week before. I think I mentioned there's one teacher I'd introduced myself to 3 times this year. I was like, yeah, I know, we know each other. I was just here yesterday. And then this morning or after school today, I was in the office and this woman who I just talked to last week.
Right.
And she looks over at me and kind of sizes me up and down. She says, let me guess, too old to be a student, but too young to be a teacher. I was like, what? She's like, you're too old to be a student, but too young to be a teacher. I said, no, I work in this building. This is my second year.
Oh my God.
She's like, oh yeah. And looked down at my ID. I was like, what is going on? I was like,
to be fair, you do have a very forgetful face. Okay. I forgot who I was looking at for a second.
You are super vanilla. 0 personality. I don't know how anybody would ever know you. No, but I was like, dang, dude, that why does anybody remember me?
That's yeah.
I was walking out of the building. I had my walkie on me still on accident, and I was feeling kind of down. And someone was like, hey, does somebody have jumper cables? We have a parent out here who their car died, and I was like, yeah, I've got jumper cables. I'm coming around, and I jumped somebody's car right before I left, and they were thankful. And I was like, man, screw that lady who didn't recognize me. Yeah. I just had a good end of my day.
Yeah, and now those people won't recognize me the next time.
They're gonna need to jump tomorrow and be like, "Hey, nice to meet you. What's your name?" Like, I literally just jumped your car yesterday. No, I don't think you did. It was somebody else. Some
not ringing a bell, man.
No, not ringing a bell.
I don't. Sorry, man.
No,
got nothing for you. Hey, that's a good story, man.
Yeah, thank you. So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you've been forgotten.
Always remember.
Yeah, nobody forgets me because I'm important.
You are important. Speaking of important,
I do important things.
Johnny, do we have a fact check with Johnny?
We do have fact checking. Have you listened to the facts?
I have not.
Okay, we'll just play them right now and we'll cut this part out. But this is fact checking with Johnny.
Let's do the facts. Two things to go over real quick. Zach coming out of the gates, getting a point real quick and dirty for knowing that Procter & Gamble owns Head & Shoulders. That's really weird, Zach, that you would know that. I guess you get bored in the shower and you read your shampoo. So reading is good, but yeah, I don't know how you knew that, but you're getting a point for it because I was impressed. The guys talked about symptoms of smallpox. So no points awarded on this one, but I did some research because it's come up in a couple episodes. So bear with me while I go through this really quick. So historical accounts show that when someone was infected with the smallpox virus, they had no symptoms for between 7 and 17 days. However, once the incubation period or virus development phase was over, the following flu-like symptoms occurred: high fever, chills, headache, severe back pain, abdominal pain, and vomiting. These symptoms would go away within 2 to 3 days, then the patient would feel better. However, just as the patient started to feel better, a rash would appear. The rash started on the face and then spread to the hands, forearms, and the main part of the body. The person would be highly contagious until the rash disappeared. Within 2 days of appearance, the rash would develop into abscesses. Abscess. I got one in my mouth once. It really sucked. Anyways, that filled with fluid and pus. The abscesses would break open and scab over. The scabs would eventually fall off, leaving pit marks until the scabs fell off the person. They remained contagious. So pretty gross is smallpox. It's not something you want to mess with. That's for sure. And flu-like. So any of you hypochondriacs out there, worried about smallpox, there is no cure for smallpox, but vaccination can be used very effectively to prevent infection from developing. If given during a period of up to 4 days after a person has been exposed to the virus. So there's good news. This strategy is what was used to eradicate the disease during the 20th century. So you guys are right. Smallpox is eradicated. Though I have heard, and this is unconfirmed facts from your fact checker, that there have been cases of smallpox popping back up now that people are very against vaccinating their children, which I'm just going to go out and say that's really stupid of you to not vaccinate your children. Science and medicine are important, and you should, trust in those things because they're tested. But yeah, so breaking moment for Zach taking the lead for the first time in fact checking. Maybe for the first time in a long time. Maybe taking us back to the Fast Fact Canada days, which feels like forever ago, but it really wasn't. But Zach jumping up to 14, Joe still hanging out at 13, if my memory serves me right. So good job on the episode, guys, and looking forward to seeing what I can dig into you for the next one. Meow.
Okay, first of all, Johnny, did you just fucking meow at us?
Meow. did.
He meowed at. That was cute.
He just left a little meow in there.
That was adorable. And I'm not cutting that out. Johnny, I think, wants me to like actually edit his stuff. I am going out of my way not to edit any of it.
We've tried to edit the cadence, to try to make it sound a little bit more American. It's really hard, when you say like against and occurrences and abscesses, which sounds like absences. So when you get smallpox, you're not at school anymore or work.
Yeah,
you're just absent.
Yeah, so I would lump just all of those words that he said into a Canadianism.
Yeah.
And he was at 69 last week. I guess he's at 70 now. I guess probably. That's fine. He's the fact checker boss man, so that's fine.
Fact checker boss man.
Yeah, we need to make a new. Anybody wants to record a song for us today? Fact checker boss man, or whatever. Anyway, hey, I know my shampoos. I know Procter and Gamble. You act like people don't know about Procter and Gamble. Joe, do you not know about Procter and Gamble?
I don't. It sounds like a law firm.
It is.
Firm. Those are the guys that handle the like the Oscars. They walk in with that. That's Procter and Gamble, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, I've read. You know what? I probably have read it on a shampoo bottle.
Yeah.
But I don't use Head and Shoulders, so I must have read it on a different shampoo bottle at some point.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll take my point, and I am shaking my hands in victory from side to side.
I'm gonna challenge Johnny on that smallpox, saying that smallpox is up. It's my understanding that no one gets vaccinated for smallpox anymore because it is only existence in labs.
Yeah.
But I guess there's always
I'm trying to think of vaccinations that I've had to get. My youngest,
like, you've had like TB,
obviously,
rubella,
the MMRs, the measles, mumps, and rubella.
Rubella. Isn't that the whooping cough, or is that?
I think so. I don't know.
Whooping,
the whooping cough. I think that's what Arsenio has.
Oh yeah.
It's that's what Arsenio and all his fans had because they were in an infected area.
Oh man!
But that wasn't a cheer. That was them all simultaneously like coughing at the same time.
Whooping.
Yeah. Either that or they named it after Whoopi Goldberg. I haven't really figured that out yet. But.
Any other comments from our fact checking extraordinaire?
Nothing besides the fact that Johnny's been good the past couple weeks about keeping it under 5 minutes, like we said. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But if Johnny, if you want to just keep going, you got more to talk about. It's fine. Just keep 5 minutes.
You know what? I wonder if I could take that meow and alter it to be the Canadian national anthem.
Oh, dude!
Like if you can adjust the
you definitely can
the pitch and
you could definitely auto tune it, figure out what the pitch is, and then meow 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 meow. Yeah. I think we should do that.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend my entire day tomorrow on that.
Just sitting with his earbuds in.
Leave me alone, students. No, I'm not gonna order you lunch.
So you're like humming yourself. You're like,
What are you doing? I'm trying to make Oh Canada from this meow. Like, oh yeah, here, do this. Here it is. What?
Yeah, kids nowadays, man. Kids. So thank you, Johnny. I appreciate. I don't win at many things in life, so.
Oh yeah.
Even though the game's not over.
Hats off to you, metaphorical hat that I'm not wearing.
Even though the match is not over, I will take this day as a victory.
Yeah.
I will remember it and I'll cherish it because next week I'm probably going to be wrong so many times on everything.
And Johnny, best of luck at the new job, new place.
Yes, we'll sure miss you. I don't know. Plans might have changed for me too. I don't know if I'm going to go up to homecoming this year either.
Man.
But Johnny has said that he does want to hang out sometime within the next couple months. I have not yet gotten my passport, but it is in the works. I thought I was going to have enough money to get it this passport.
Got Uber.
But yeah. Well, yeah. That's not gonna happen. But I'll just leave that up to you.
Yeah.
But because I don't like driving enough as it is. Ooh, I wanted to say, I hope whoever got.
Ooh.
It's sort of sad. I hope whoever got in an accident today on Highway 4, I think it was on 470.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my wife carpool to work, and I watched somebody get sideways, like they were driving and then their car went sideways
From the rain?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't even raining. I think the road was just slick or their tires were bald or something. And they went sideways and then they ran into like a light pole, like one of the metal light poles on the sides of the road. And they ripped it, like they broke the light pole out of the ground and then went up into like brush on the side. I don't know, because they were going the opposite way. I wasn't going, otherwise I would have stopped. You know,
do you know CPR?
I don't, but I would have tried to help if I could. But
yeah.
But I hope whoever got in an accident, if you somehow listen to this,
somehow if you listen,
it's weird. You don't like you never see if you're like me, you never see the accident.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're always just like the person who has to sit in traffic for 3 hours.
That's true.
Because the accident. You know,
I don't know if I've ever seen one occur. Well, not anything seriously.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts. But yeah, so that was that. I'm trying to see if I have any other notes. We're pretty close
right
to
there
the end,
to kind of transition or whatever. I learned that jazzercising is actually a thing. Like it's a place where you go and exercise.
Yeah, jazzer. You didn't know about jazzercise?
Well, I mean, I've always heard the phrase, and I just thought it was kind of funny. Like someone coined some kind of term, jazzercise, where you.
It's a thing.
It's actually a thing.
Yeah, jazzercise. There was a place next to like a grocery store growing up.
Oh, okay.
Not around here. I mean, there might be around here, but
over by Price Chopper on South Noland. Anyhow.
Yeah, I didn't know that they still had places where you can still jazzercise.
Yeah,
that's hilarious. I'd rather do Tybo or something like the Billy Blanks. But
you rather tie bow.
Yeah, I'd rather tie a bow.
Yeah, do you still wear a bow tie?
They've sort of loosened up the dress at work, so I can wear jeans every day at work.
Dude.
So I don't ever I don't even wear ties half the time anymore at work, which is I like and I don't like, because part of me sort of misses wearing a tie and a bow tie. But I'll wear them from time to time, and now it just feels more special when I wear a tie, Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed wearing ties, but it got old.
For sure. Well, especially if you got to do it every day.
Yeah.
When you were slanging cars.
Yeah, being outside in the heat wearing a tie.
Screw that, man. Screw that. Did you ever wear a tie and a short sleeve button up shirt?
No.
Man, I was going to roast you. Dude. Oh, okay. I was going to roast you. Speaking of trick or treating, I think I know what I'm going to be this year.
What are you?
I'm going to be one of the Sims.
You're just gonna get
I'm just gonna
get a cube on your head.
It's not even a cube. It's like a weird diamond, sort of cylindrical 360 diamond thing.
Polygon.
It's called a plumb bob, I think is what they call it. But sorry. And I'm just gonna I think I'm gonna get make a headband, and then on top of it, I'm just gonna put a green thing, and then at work, I'm just gonna wander aimlessly. I'm gonna start. Yeah, I'm gonna talk weird, and I'm gonna start little fires and just not know what to do. And I'm gonna play chess for 3 days, because that's what I always do.
You got to get up your intelligence skill,
my logic. Yeah, of course.
That really makes me want to play Sims.
I know. I lost my Sims 3 disc. I don't know where it went, but I
think I've got one somewhere if you want it.
Did you borrow it?
No.
Oh, it's probably your wife's. She's a big Sims fan.
We have 5 different discs of them.
I got the original one, but I can't, anyway.
Yeah. I was thinking recently about Halloween, because everyone dresses up at school, but I can't remember quite what it was. Kind of bummed that I can't remember.
That sucks, dude.
I got to write these things down.
You do.
I'm pretty good about those.
You do. I have my own, my podcast thoughts thread in Slack.
I do too, but that's not really that wasn't really a...
All your thoughts should be podcast thoughts, Joe. Are you not committed? Every single thought you have.
Don't you know?
Our listeners want to know you.
I'm gonna Google not Google. Well, that's funny. I'm gonna search my my notes. Sometimes I'll just do a note.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, while Joe is searching, did you guys know that if you drink grape soda, like a lot of grape soda, and then you poop the next day, it's green? Do you know why that is?
When you do what?
Drink a lot of grape soda, and then the next day you poop, and it's green.
Because the insides of grapes are green?
Because grape soda has like blue dye number 1 or blue dye number 5, and that mixes with the stomach acid, and then mixes with your food, and it turns green.
Interesting.
You're welcome. I learned that the other day when I looked, and I was like, whoa! I drank a lot of grape soda the previous night. That's what I'm saying.
Who loves grape soda?
Zach.
Oh.
Orange soda is Kel.
I know, but I was just alluding. I searched Google searched the notes.
Yeah.
So something about me. Every once in a while, I'll think of like a joke,
sure,
or like a bit, like if I were a stand-up, you know. And so I just looked up Halloween, and it says, and this is from April. No, this is from August 9th of 2014.
Okay, so this is dated.
This goes back. So it says Halloween. There's only 3 sentences. I love Halloween. I dressed up as a woman one year. Not for Halloween, just for a year.
You dressed up as a woman for a year. That's commitment, dude.
It is.
You called yourself Jolene. Jolene. Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yep.
Hey, folks, if you're still with us.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks again for being patient with us while we, figure our shit out.
Yeah.
But
don't unsubscribe.
Don't leave.
But if you're lingering around that area, actually go down and leave a little review ski. Let us know.
Absolutely.
Let us know what's up, ski.
I don't know why we're adding ski on the end of everything, but I don't have any. Anyway, we're on all social media at Jumbled Podcast. If you want to shoot us an email, jumbledpodcast@gmail.com. Mm-hmm. We are on SoundCloud. We are on Google Play Music. We're on Player.fm, and we're on iTunes, and we're on Stitcher.
We're on Stitcher.
If you want to listen over on Stitcher, that'd be cool. That's linked in our SoundCloud page. Go, like Joe said, leave a rating and review on iTunes. That'd be appreciated.
Hit us a like on Facebook.
Absolutely. And comment on some stuff, or write on our page, or leave us some thoughts. So we like interacting. Because why do I sound like a robot? We like interacting.
We like interacting. Please leave your thoughts and comments, concerns, questions.
Yes. All right. Well, to leave off, please remember that you can, if you're in the Las Vegas area, go donate some blood. They need some blood. Or donate in your local area if you can donate as well. There are several different places you can do that. However you can help out, please do that if you can.
And one other thing to say,
yep,
in the words of Mr. Petty, music is probably the only real magic I have encountered in my life. There's not some trick involved with it. It's pure and it's real. It moves, it heals, it communicates, and does all these incredible things.
It's wonderful.
Beautiful
it's
thing.
Great way to end the podcast. So make sure to check back next week on Wednesday, guys, for another episode of Jumbled, your favorite podcast.
About, what is it?
Nothing.
I forgot. Oh, nothing.
Yeah.